Testing 1, 2, 3. It's been a while, everyone, since I did a little bit of a Minecraft video. So is this the right copy? Oh, it is. It is the right copy. Yay, let's go. It's been so long since the last time I played this world. Anytime. Sorry. Wait, is this the same, like... Wait, is this the same world that Dark came out of? Yeah, I think it's right. So yeah, I'm back. Hey everyone, OD here. And welcome back. Welcome back to Minecraft Season 1, and this is a little bit of a live stream talking about the old lore to the channel. While I'm at it, I'm going to be building some stuff. I'm going to do some builds, do some stuff, and while I'm at it, I'm going to be answering questions, and I'll be answering a few things. Starting off with the first thing I'm going to talk about is the old lore. Now, I know this live stream is called Minecraft talking the old lore on the channel. The old lore on the channel. So I want to talk about the old lore on the channel, and it's basically very simple to what I was going to create on the channel a while back. So the old lore, to those people who don't know, is basically, I think this is like a few blocks. This is like 1-2 blocks. It's basically the old lore on the channel, which of course was gonna be very simple. Yes. Really, man? And yeah, so the old lore, to those people curious on what it was, the old lore on the channel was basically, it was basically a amalgamation of basically what happened. Now, I recommend everyone to go watch Season 1. Go watch Season 1 and look at a few things. If you want, you can also look up the old lore on the channel. There is no playlist, you have to look for yourself. I might try to bring back that playlist. I might try to bring back that playlist if I get a chance, but just for you all. But the problem with it is that I want to talk about what the original goal of the lore was. So the original goal of the lore was basically, it was very simple. It was mostly just to keep people away from like the dark side of what I had stored for some people. A lot of times the lore actually the lore that I created originally was kind of a mix of basically ideas. I had an idea to basically, I had a few ideas at the time, which of course I wanted to use on the channel, but I couldn't really figure out how to use them right. So one of the ideas was basically she, or I should say he, which of course, if you guys have watched Secrets, recommend go watch Secrets if you want to get some, if you don't want to like get nonsense stuck in your head. But the characters off of the original lore, which was part of Secrets, the character off there, which is Dark, he actually in there, he of course, I'm not gonna quote on what he said because it's been a long time since I recorded that video. It's been a while actually, if I think about it. He basically said on there, well, he's not gonna hurt you no more. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you at the time. And it was basically Dark basically saying, I'm sorry man, I wasn't there for you at the time, but I'm here now. I'm just gonna like, what I might do is I might put this here instead. Just do this, like add like a weird thing going around here. My friend, I wouldn't recommend you do that because I'm about to literally terminate you. But Dark, lore was very simple, and Dark's idea of his lore was basically he was basically the protector. He was basically made by me to protect the heroes of the story, in which would not have been my character. The problem with it was is that at the time when I created his character, I was trying to do other things. Well, of course, I was trying to make season one, in which I think it was like right over here. Where was I? I think it was like I think I jumped upon like I think I was. Okay, let me think. Okay, I was jumping off. I jumped like this, and I think I was like right here. I put this sitting down where it was. I think I was right there. Then I put a little screen cut. I put a little cut in the video, and I basically put "She Hears All" in I think it was episode 5. I think it was episode 5, and it was basically the part where I put in saying "She hears all," which was supposed to be the character hears she. And I think it's funny because as I did that, I thought to myself, what could be the biggest idea for lore right here? Oh, I know. Capitalism. I'm joking. But Dark, in a way, was just the protector. He was the idea of the protector in the original lore. Who else was there? I think Hello was there as well. There was also Hello. That video I made a while back. I don't know what the goal of that video was. I think I was just creating some random. I was going off of a little script I had, and I created a little script a while back, and I wanted to do a video where I talked about Pandora's box. That's literally what the videos was. It was just Pandora's box. So the characters, she, that character was like Pandora's box. You should never open it. And I created that video, and after I created that video and all that, and I put in, don't open the box, I thought to myself after I edited it, I thought to myself, this is the stupidest thing I've done in a while. So I wanted to scrap that video, but I decided, I'm gonna upload it, see how well it does, and I will delete it later on. And I never got to, because I was so distracted on other things. But that was Hello, actually. I think before Hello, it was, He Returns. He Returns was basically, darn it. He Returns was the, second video I uploaded besides, Secrets, which was Dark's hero phase, which was for a bit. Who else? So, He Returns was basically Dark's reincarnation. Dark was reincarnated for, I think, the 50th time in my lore. I think in, like, my lore on paper, I think this was his, 20th time of him being reincarnated. But I'm not sure if I'm correct there, because it's been a while. Actually, I need to... Let me destroy this part, I don't like that this is there. I don't like this design. What about this? Does this work? I think just plain wood works right now because I'm really just trying to build smaller, what the house would have looked like in season 1. Because this is what I wanted to build, but I never got to. But back to what it was. He Returns was his somewhere 20th, maybe 21st reincarnation. Dark's character basically started off as the voice I had at that time when I recorded that video. I was sick. I was sick that day, and when I recorded that video, I knew that my voice would not sound great. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity while I'm sick to record this video. And all I could think to myself was, after I uploaded it, was, God, I sound horrible. I don't know what I had. I think I had strep throat, I think, at the time. And it sucked, I'll say. But, Dark's reincarnation, it was basically the character She was waking him up. Or was it Sarka? I don't remember her name fully. Her name was, Sarka? Or something like that. I think I named her that. or he, I don't know, something like that. But um, her reincarnation, Dark's reincarnation started off very simple. He just woke up from a long nap. Recommend go watching those videos. He Returns is probably the worst one I uploaded because I did not realize I already edited that a while back, which was funny for me. So I already edited that video, and I don't know what was it about him, but when I edited it, I used what skin I used. I think I used this skin. I used this skin as the model, and basically, oh, I just realized his hands are not. Oh, I just realized his hands, or were they always like that? But Dark's model was his one without his powers at the time, and I decided to use that time because I thought Dark doesn't have his powers. He hasn't gained enough power to basically, come back fully. And basically, Dark was just basically a basic Steve character. And the problem I realized with this was that Dark wasn't able to use his powers. I did not think it through at the time that Dark wouldn't be able to use his powers until I think it was like a little ways later on in the lore I wanted to make. But the problem with Dark himself was I did not know where I was going to put him. I didn't know if I was going to put him on the protector side, which of course was trying to protect the world from the character She, or was I going to put him on the side of evil where he was going to try to corrupt the world with his own darkness, his own dark magic. I never found out what I was going to do with him. I think I was originally going to just use him as a protector, but I never got the chance after that. It's actually kind of good for me to return to a copy of Season 1 just to have fun on this world. I think I'm actually enjoying this because I never got to do this. I never got to do this part. I really am kind of sad that I never got to do this because I originally was going to use this. I originally was going to use this as my house, and also I think Cujo's in here. Hey, Cujo. I never got a name for that dog. I never named that dog once. Actually, I could name that dog now if I wanted, but if anyone's got any suggestions for names, tell me. But one of the biggest problems I think I had in this world was I wasn't getting burned out. I think I was kind of just I didn't want to stay in one place. Sorry, I was plugging in my phone. I wasn't wanting to stay in one place. I wanted to move around, like start building like small outposts and all that. But I never found a reason why I should like stay in this area. I think there was the only reason why I stayed was because of the village and this, but that was the only reason why I did stay. But that's the only reason why I stayed in this area. I was gonna move over. I was gonna move back to the Badlands for a bit to get more resources, but I decided, well, I'm gonna stay here. Okay, so we got one more thing left, and which was this. But back to what I was saying. So He Returns was basically Dark's Reign 2030 reincarnation. But yeah, he was just the Jack in the Box. Okay, then there is He's Back. To explain He's Back is it's basically trying to explain the Matrix, in my opinion. Because I didn't know what I was doing with it. He's Back was basically the idea of Dark basically returning to the overworld looking for me. That's why I wanted him to do. I thought it would be a good idea of him. Hey, OD's gone. Let's go look for him. He's not in the Nether, so might as well look around the overworld. In which, that's where I went on Season 1 of Survival Island, and that's where I was. And then, of course, the Huntress was basically looking for me at the same time. And that's how the old lore started. The old lore started that way. Dark was looking for me while I was literally on a small little island by myself. And that's how Dark went into the overworld. I was going to do a series with Dark. I actually thought about it. I thought about doing a series with Dark, literally just looking for me in the overworld. just searching. And I I never had a reason to do it fully because I thought of it as, oh, it'll be a good idea to have Dark look for me and all that, but why would he be out fully? Why would he care if I was out here? But there was supposed to be some lore to that, actually. The reason why Dark was out there was technically to look for me, but he was also looking for one other thing. In Secrets, if you guys have watched it, if you watch that video, you can see me actually holding a sword. And that sword was able to basically kill She. That sword was a sword that was corrupted by Dark and me, and we were able to kill She with it. Now, there is some points I would like to make on this part. Actually, I should just like there are some points I want to make on that. She and Dark are two characters that don't get along. There is some lore between them that they just hate each other for some reason. I never got that far in those characters, but there was some reasons why I put those characters against each other a lot. But one of the biggest problems was, how am I going to do this? How is I going to get these characters to start trying to fight each other? One of the biggest ideas I had was using Dark as a scapegoat. I wanted to use Dark as like a small scapegoat for me. I wanted to use him just for a joke. And it's funny because if I think about it now, Dark and me never got along in the lore. In a lot of the lore, Dark and me were basically natural enemies. We never got along, and there was no reason why me and him should work together. Until She comes back. And one of the biggest reasons why She actually, or I should say Dark, came back to the overworld wasn't just to look for me, but also look for that sword. That sword was able to kill She, and Dark knew it. So he wanted me to find the sword with him. In which, by the way, that sword is on another world that's on my realm. So I was going to use the realm I was on as a level 5. Jesus! That scared me to death. You know what? I'm gonna do this idea. But Dark was one of my weirdest characters I created. His concept was just a nightmare of mine. But yeah, that's some of the old lore. There is some other characters I wanted to bring into the lore, like the Wanderer. The Wanderer is meant to be in the original lore and also the new lore at the same time. But I never got to see his character fully. Like, I think his character was kind of like... What is this? Let me see this real quick. I think I did it wrong. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm gonna use this instead. But, the Wanderer was basically like a side character. He was mostly a side character. He was a side character that was basically trying to bring peace to the world. But he also was trying to bring chaos at the same time. He was an anarchist in a way. I think it was funny because... if you guys have not watched the YouTuber King Cubics at all, go watch his channel. He's hilarious to watch. But I wanted him to play as the Wanderer. The Wanderer was supposed to be like a character who watches the main cast around and basically trying to protect them while also trying to hold back something else inside him. There's a few characters as well besides him. is of course my character, of course, but there is also Dark's character, which of course was a bigger pain in my butt. Dark's character was basically the original design. The original design for Dark is this guy. This is the original design for Dark's character. He was meant to be like a lot weaker. This is like his weakest form, but he never had the scar on him. The scar actually was an add-on to what I designed, and the scar was supposed to represent the last encounter he had with me before he got reincarnated. And which that was this was before he gets reincarnated. This was meant to be. This is him with his powers. This is him not. This is the Huntress. So to those people who remember the Huntress, she actually had wings instead. Sorry, she had a mask instead of no mask, and her character basically was. I wanted her character to be very simple. Her character was meant to be like a small showcase of what I could have done with her character. The problem was that I didn't have a reason for her character to be out yet. Besides, she was after me fully in the lore. She was after me for some unknown reason. And one of the problems I had was that she was basically created for one other reason. Her character model was basically another reason why I was kind of a little iffy on her character. She is a last of her kind. Of course, she does not take heavily into my character. Now, to those people curious on why I say that, to those lore fans, I extinct her species. Yeah, I may be a horrible person, but I had a reason. She killed Dark, so I'm the only one who's allowed to kill him, so revenge is a thing served cold, I guess? I don't know. Revenge is a plate that's supposed to be served warm. I don't know. But yeah, that's some of the lore. There is some other lore I would like to talk about. One lore in particular. It's, well, a character that even I kind of don't care for. So this character in particular is a separate character from the lore, and I think I have his skin, and this is not the skin. I think some people might actually notice the skin. I wanted to use, what skin was it? Been a while. I wanted to use this guy's skin as the other character in the lore. This guy was supposed to be like an evil wizard, I guess, in the lore. He was meant to be like some evil wizard that was basically after the main cast. Because he didn't realize that Dark and me are connected, so he decided, you know what, we're gonna just kill him. His lore was very simple. I kind of wanted to make him the evil wizard. He was basically controlled by like she and her powers were like corrupting him. And the problem with it was that when I created his lore, I didn't realize that I did not realize anything I was doing. I realized that some of his lore was kind of corrupted. And I wrote down a tiny bit of his lore. I didn't write all of it down. I think the only thing I did write was basically this character was one of the villains of the story. And one of the problems was that he would have a book and quill. And the main cast will find his house at some point and of course see that he was following them the whole time. He was the guy following them, and he would be the guy that would try to follow them everywhere they go. Of course, he would have books He would have books for days, I should say. Some books are there. Some books are there for a reason, and of course some books are there for some other reason. And of course, there is one other thing I would like to say before I do end this live stream. So there is one other character there was one video I was gonna add. This was a lore video I was gonna create, and a very painful one in my opinion. The video was called The Return of Her, and it was basically, this was before everything, before I was banished to the island, before she was hunting me. This is before Dark's reincarnation popped out of nowhere. This was basically before this guy as well. She was basically the return of, how you would say, the trap, the Pandora's box moment. Now, this was the Pandora's box that she got herself into. This was how she basically escaped her box, and of course, why the video called Hello exists. And of course, she's out. And now, you guys will have to catch her. Have a good day, everyone, and please leave a like, subscribe, of course, and please tell me, guys, if you actually enjoyed this. So have a good day, and see you guys next time. Bye!